Everyone, and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your weekend advice for the weekend of January 20th, 21st, and 22nd, 2017. Welcome back to everyone who's been here before, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. This is a general reading for all the signs, anybody watching, intended to look at the energies surrounding us at this time, what we need to know about these energies in order to be able to use them for our highest good. Since we're looking at energies, this is going to be something that, plays out in different ways for different people. For some of us, they may talk to us about our career. For others of us, the cards may talk about our love life, our health, our spirituality. Whatever the case may be, I always encourage everyone to keep an open mind and then take away the message of the reading and apply it to your own situation if you feel that it speaks to that, if you feel that it could help you with whatever it is that you're focused on at this time. Let's jump in and see what we have for this weekend. We have beautiful energies here. I'm getting, an idea of balance, yin yang, blending in the masculine and the feminine energies within ourselves and bringing them into alignment, into balance. Being present in the moment also comes up. Receiving or being open to receiving inspirations or blessings of any kind in our lives during this weekend. So we are asked to try and remember that it's not, or it shouldn't be, all about work, or all about one thing that we're focused on, or to just not allow ourselves to worry, to be fearful, anxious. Just really take some time for ourselves, even if it's just a few minutes in the day, just to find peace and calm and harmony within ourselves before we go back into the hustle and bustle of every day. So as usual with the weekend readings, I'm going to show you all the cards and then I'm going to tie the messages together. So let's see, a lot of people have been asking me, so I want to let you know what decks I'm using. So first card, this is number 38, and it's from the Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti. These are really, really beautiful, very ornate, very talkative cards, if I may say so. And so we have 38, and this is a card that talks about being present in the moment, finding peace, tranquility, even if it's just in the middle of a storm. Okay, it's about that moment of peace, of calm, of harmony, where time is no longer a factor or something that pressures us. We have the card of the Sun, and this is from the Angel Dreams Oracle cards, and this is actually the deck that I use in my dream interpretation reading that I offer on my website. And so the card of the Sun is all about illumination, as you can see, growth, God energy. It also represents the divine masculine within everyone, or each of us, I should say. And it's also, it makes me think of our root chakra, and then our sacral chakra, and then seeing the solar plexus. So it's almost like that fire within that is starting, or we need to re-spark that fire within, that will allow us to feel confident, that will allow us to get excited about things, that will allow us to feel joy, growth, expansion. From the tarot deck, and this is the Gilded Tarot deck by Ciro Marchetti once again. And so we have, or Marchetti, here we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Cups in the center of our spread, and the Empress. And the Empress is the divine feminine, so it's kind of balancing out the divine masculine with the divine masculine with the divine feminine energies within each of us. With the Empress, we have action, fire, passion, drive, determination on the one hand, and then balancing it out with nurturing energy, compassion, love, patience, understanding in the Empress. Then we also have from the Magical Unicorns Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue once again, we have the card of water. Drink more water and eat foods with water in them, such as fresh fruits or vegetables. And water is also a great purifier, and it is divine feminine energy as well. And simplicity from the same deck. Put your energy into the basics and let go of excess. So this is saying simplicity, simplifying, purifying things, clearing or cleansing will give you this moment of peace. This moment in time that's just for yourself, where you don't feel stress and you don't have worries or anxieties or fear or pressure. Okay. So let's look at the cards and see what we're getting. Now the Seven of Pentacles represents our harvest time. It also represents what is it that we're investing in. So we are asked to look at what we're doing, okay, and the path that we're walking, and take a moment to take a deep breath, to find that moment of inner peace where we can contemplate without being rushed, without feeling pressured. It's just a moment that we take for ourselves to contemplate, where are we going? Are we happy with this direction? Are we happy with the way things are going? It's also a card that says that we may have a little bit of a wait time ahead of us, or something that requires us to have patience is a situation that may come up for us this weekend. And so again, it's just the cards are saying, take this time that you have to be patient. There's nothing you can do about it, so there's no point in stressing or overanalyzing it or worrying about that situation, because again, you can't control it. It's not within your grasp. You just need to be patient. So taking the time that we need to be patient, to meditate, to reflect, to simplify things, to cleanse, to purify, to find that place of inner harmony where we can find our inner peace until we hear what's going on, until we receive the news, until we find that whatever it is that we're looking for. The Page of Cups in the center of our spread talks about new energy coming into our lives this weekend, into our emotional lives, okay? And anything to do with our emotions. So it's not just love life, okay? With these cards, for some of us, it could talk about our love life, and maybe we need to balance out our love life. Maybe we need to balance out our relationship. Maybe we need to have some loving conversations with our partner this weekend and take responsibility for our role in the relationship. Them to take their responsibility into the relationship and kind of bring it into balance, so that we're both on the same page. We're both doing what we are supposed to do, or what we agreed to do when we started this relationship, and that bringing you that moment of peace, of calm, and also reigniting the passion. So that's just one way of looking at it. Of course, it can represent loving communication as well, starting to communicate differently, and now we communicate with more passion or compassion, with more patience, understanding, love, communicating with ourselves, communicating with those around us, communicating with the world, with the universe, in a much more loving way that will allow us to find that inner peace and inner happiness. With the Page of Cups, it can also be messages coming our way, invitations coming our way. It could be a time we spend with those we care about, the people we are happy to be around, the people who make us laugh, or going to a place, maybe to a lake, maybe somewhere around water where you can meditate, where you can pray, where you can ground yourself, and receive illumination through divine messages, in contemplation time perhaps. And we also have the Empress here, and the Empress is Venus, and Venus rules love. It also rules money. It is a card that talks about abundance. It is a card that talks about plenty. A very creative time for us as well. It would be a good time for new beginnings. So maybe we've worked on something and now we're at the stage where we can either continue to work in that direction or we can start something new. So with the Empress here, she's encouraging us to be courageous. She's encouraging us to be creative. She's encouraging us to love ourselves and to respect ourselves, to just give ourselves permission to try new things, to give ourselves permission to rest, to give ourselves permission to take some time to contemplate, to take some time out, to take some time for meditation, to take some time just to nurture ourselves, okay? And maybe, this is just going to a spa, somewhere around water again, or maybe they have one of those indoor fountains, because water is important here this weekend. And maybe that's where you experience this moment in time where there's just peace, there's just calm, there's just quiet and harmony, okay? And the Empress also represents fertility, but with it being a general reading looking at the energies, fertility when it comes to new ideas, when it comes to regaining your health or feeling more confident again, repairing a relationship or getting it back on track, and so now you're passionate about each other, you're loving towards each other, you're nurturing towards each other. Bringing growth, okay? The Empress also represents growth, just like the Sun energy, just like the Divine Masculine. The Divine Feminine also represents growth, expansion. That is the energy surrounding us this weekend. With the card of water, once again, of course, it's asking us drink more water, or just make sure that you're hydrated, or drink more, or eat more fruits and vegetables. And for others of us, it talks about drinking tea. And with this, it could be like a tea ritual or something like that you're looking into this weekend. With like in a Zen garden or something like that could also be coming up for some of us. And it's also, again, an energy that cleanse the body, cleanse the mind, cleanse the soul. So for a lot of us, we could be doing some chakra clearing this weekend, or we could benefit from doing chakra clearing and just aligning our chakras to find this balance, to find this place of calm and inner peace. And then from there, we see things in a more simplified way. We see what matters, okay? We see what the real issue is. We see what the good or right decision is. Because when we are pressured, when we are stressed, when we don't have time to meditate, when we don't have time to just collect our thoughts, when we don't have time to just be still for a little bit, it can be very, very difficult to think straight. It can be very overwhelming, okay? We start to overthink things. And a situation that doesn't need to be complicated could turn into a really big, complicated monster that keeps us frozen in time, and we feel the pressure because we have to make a decision or a change with that situation, but it's so big in our heads that we don't even know where to start. It's so complicated. And so going through some sort of a ritual like this that the cards are describing, it's really going to allow us to go back to basics, to see that situation for what it is, to see our options for what they truly are, to rely on our divine feminine energy, whether we are male or female. Rely on our divine feminine energy to trust our intuition, to bring our intuition to the surface, to bring our instincts, our gut feelings, you could say, with the divine masculine as well, to the table, so that we can get that clarity, so that we can see things for what they are. And that changes how we make up our minds about things, our decisions, our thought process altogether, because all of a sudden we feel more calm, more in control, more grounded, and we just see what needs to be done. We see what the right choice is, as opposed to coming from a place where we're fearful, we're pressured, we're stressing, we're afraid, we're being pushed into a corner, and we don't have time to think. And so it's just very fast-paced energy, very fast-paced environments, and someone kind of always bugging us. You need to tell me what to do. You need to let me know what you want to do with this. What is your decision? What is going on? And so we can make some rash decisions, or we can make whatever the simplest decision is to be made in that situation, because the more we think about it, the more complicated it gets. And that's not what this weekend is about, okay? This weekend is about a break from that. The number 38 it's a number that adds up to an 11, so it's all about us, taking time for us, doing things that make us happy, doing things that give us peace, doing things that nurture our mind, our body, our soul, and is what we are really asked to do this weekend as well. And this is just, it's just a card that says, kind of being in this place, finding this place of calm, of inner peace. It will bring us illumination. It will bring us confidence and loving and nurturing energies towards ourselves. It would give us a strategy to move forward towards abundance. It will allow us to be more loving and nurturing with ourselves and with those around us. It would give us a new beginning because we're washing away a lot of stress and anxiety and worry. It will give us a new beginning in a more healthy direction with the Simplicity card, okay? And it's okay to put yourself first this weekend. It is absolutely okay, and you should put yourself first this weekend. Even if it's just a couple of hours in one of the days of the weekend to look for this place within yourself, it's going to do wonders for whatever it is that you're focused on at this time, or whatever it is that you're struggling with at this time. We will have epiphanies. We will have growth, fertility of ideas, of confidence, of new opportunities, of new projects, happiness and harmony within our interactions with people, happiness and passion within relationships, confidence with pursuing our career, confidence with pursuing our dream job, the clarity that we need to know what needs to be done to have progress, to move things forward, to bring something to a completion, whatever it is for you that you're focused on at this time. It's really important this weekend that you make time to contemplate, to pray, to meditate, to go out into nature, or be around water, or even if it's just a water fountain, even if it's, I feel like if it rains out, maybe go outside. Of course, if it's not too cold or there's no danger in doing this, maybe even just going outside and kind of just sitting in the rain for a few seconds, but just feeling that rain fall on your skin and kind of imagining that as that water drops off, your cares, your worries, your anxieties go with it. Okay, it's a very, very powerful exercise that I do recommend that everyone tries. Even if you don't have to go out in the rain, you could do it in the shower. But water is cleansing, water is purifying. And we should use the power of water this weekend to find this moment in time for ourselves that will kind of bring things back into balance, okay? Or it will tell us how to bring things back into balance. So that's our message for the weekend. It's a really beautiful message. I really hope that it makes sense and that it applies. It feels more like working on ourselves rather than, focusing on what's going on the outside. So for this weekend, it's all about self-development. It's all about nurturing ourselves, caring for ourselves, giving ourselves time, giving ourselves time to think, time to relax, time to just be ourselves, time to just take a deep breath. And I feel like that is going to work wonders for us. So I really hope that this message helps. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for all your support, truly. I do appreciate it. And I hope that we all have an absolutely beautiful weekend, very peaceful, very relaxing, with epiphanies that follow as we prepare to start the next week. Okay, and apply what we've learned, or apply the ideas that come to us, or apply the new attitude that we come out of the weekend with, whatever it may be for you. Okay, I hope that you find it this weekend. And if you do make time to go through these steps, in whichever way you can, I do believe that we will come out of this weekend as if we had time off for a month. Okay, it's really important that we take time for ourselves every now and again. So again, I hope this helps. And thank you again. I hope that we all have a beautiful weekend. And I will talk to you soon. Take care.